Well, the discount retailer Zellers is hoping to make another comeback, a relaunch at a mall in Edmonton. This will be a multi-phased rollout, and they're hoping by spring of next year that Zellers will be able to announce other locations nationwide. The company's saying it's going to carry things like clothing, home goods, luggage, but not things like toys and pharmaceuticals. Zellers originally launched in Canada back in 1928, and at its peak, which was about 25 years ago, it had about 350 stores nationwide. Things went south pretty quickly, though. By 2013, there were no more Zellers standalone stores. Let's bring in retail expert Bruce Winder, who is very familiar with Zellers. Of course, hey, Bruce, good to see you.
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
All right, so your take on this comeback again for Zellers?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm really curious to see sort of what the store is going to look like when it opens tomorrow. I think they might be onto something. The owners, INC Group, they're looking at a value chain, that's going to offer, at least to start, clothing for men, women, and children, and home goods, luggage, and things. So some higher margin categories. And you never know, with the economy being as tough as it is, there could be room for another chain to offer some sort of value-priced merchandise.
You know, Dollarama has expanded dramatically across Canada. So, you remember the old slogan of Zellers, the lowest price is the law. I mean, can they actually do that anymore, Bruce?
Well, I think they have to be really careful because they might not be the lowest price. There's other folks out there who've kind of taken that position since Zellers left us. But I do think there could be an opportunity sort of in that, giant tiger type of price point you might see, out there. And it'll be interesting, of course, to see if this succeeds, and if it does, will they expand? But, the company that's running it has about 50 years experience, and they've owned companies like Bowring and Fairweather and International Clothiers. So they kind of know what they're doing, so it'll be interesting for sure.
How far do you think, Bruce, nostalgia and Canadiana go when it comes to Zellers?
Well, it goes a lot with the brand, but you can't really take it to the bank, Todd. I mean, people will be curious about it, but they're not going to buy things there just because it's a Zellers. This new Zellers 3.0 is going to have to earn its keep by itself by offering outstanding value, relevant products, nice shopping experience, etc.
Tough retail market nowadays for any player, even one that's been in the country on and off for almost 100 years, Bruce.
It is. It's a really tough time. Having said that, they're coming in at the right price point. So, a lot of folks are channeling down, whether it's going from, Walmart to Dollarama, or from, grocers down to No Frills or something. So people are channeling down. There could be an opportunity for this type of outlet. But again, we'll have to see how they do and how customers react over the next little while.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. A lot of this has to do with a smart expansion strategy. So we're talking about the one in Edmonton tomorrow, and then they're hoping to expand in the spring. What would your advice be in terms of making sure they pick the right markets and the right locations, Bruce, in those markets, and the store sizes as well are smart?
Yeah, I think it's good. They're starting with a fairly small footprint, 50 to 60,000 square feet. It's not tiny, but it's big. They're starting with one store, which is always smart. And then, hopefully they just sort of slowly test and learn. And if they do launch this thing, it's over a period of 2 years after sort of refining the model across a number of cities, obviously sticking to value-oriented neighborhoods where average incomes are lower and people are looking for that value or key as well.
Bruce Winder, retail expert, joining us from Toronto with his take on Zellers 3.0. Good to see you, Bruce. Thank you.
Yeah, you too, Todd. Take care.